بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد باب ما جاء في صفة وضوء رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عند الطعام. حدثنا أحمد بن منيع حدثنا إسماعيل بن إبراهيم عن أيوب عن ابن أبي مليكة عن ابن عباس رضي الله تعالى عنهما أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم خرج من الخلاء فقرب إليه الطعام فقالوا لا نأتيك بوضوء قال إنما أمرت بالوضوء إذا قمت إلى الصلاة. إلى chapter Imam al-Tirmidhi rahmatullah alayhi has brought, and it has about few riwayats, and chapter is about washing hands before food. This chapter Imam al-Tirmidhi rahmatullah alayhi says that it will describe that how and what was the quality of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam washing hands before food. At the time of food, how Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam used to wash his hands mubarak. We completed the chapter which was mentioning about the gravy of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we did 33 ahadith sharifa. And this chapter is about washing hands before food. Anything which is being done by Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or which is being promoted as sunnat, as hukam of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, hukam of Quran and Sunnat, everything will be beneficial scientifically, physically, financially, internally, externally, metaphysic-wise, into the barzakh and into the hereafter. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala connect us to the sunnat of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nothing bears more guarantee of safety in all these phrases, whether physical, whether external, whether internal, whether spiritual, whether financial, whether life-wise, whether this world-wise, whether barzakh-wise, whether hereafter-wise. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala connect us to every sunnat of it. We shouldn't do, and our goal should be only minimum, that it is beneficial scientifically or physically, that's why I am doing. We should do everything for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is being mentioned by Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned, as-siwaku mitharatun lil fam. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned its physical benefit, that it will rinse, it will clean, it will cleanse your mouth. So that is, all these phrases are included in this. But then Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, وَمِرْضَاتٌ لِلرَّبِّ, and it will be pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. مَنِ اسْتَطَاعَ مِنْكُمُ الْبَاءَةَ فَلْيَتَزَوَّجْ. Whoever is able, he should have nikah. فَإِنَّهُ أَغَضُّ لِلْبَصَرِ وَأَحْسَنُ لِلْفَرْجِ. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that it will keep your gaze down, and it will it will provide fortress to your sexuality. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that is the case of everything. That is the case of everything. Whatever we do, sometimes we don't even realize that how healthy it is. We shouldn't do it only for the sake of being healthy, but it is how healthy. And then it will be earning nur of sunnat. You're fulfilling sunnat of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then nur automatically derives sunnat from the treasure, sunnat derive nur from the treasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala automatically. That's why Mujaddid al-Fisani rahmatullah alayh, he said that when I enter into the toilet with the left foot and when I leave it with the right foot, and that is the sunnat of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because it is the sunnat of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he is trying to emphasize how weighty sunnat of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. To us many times we just say, oh, it's just a sunnat. But he used to say that entering with the left foot and coming out with the right foot, it is such a sunnat and it is such an act that it will be weighty over many institutions who are just charitable institutions. This fulfillment of this sunnat will be more weighty over those building many big institutions, because it is sunnat. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So here, Imam al-Tirmidhi rahmatullah alayhi has brought few riwayat, and it is about washing hands before food. Washing hands before food. Now, people from the world, they were gone to one of the Muslim country, and Qatar, and they realize that when Muslims, when they go to relieve themselves for number one or number two, what is the teaching of Quran and Sunnat, that how they clean. Some of them, they even said that we came to know first time. We have so much beauty within ourselves. We don't expose it to the whole world. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us ambassador of Sunnat. Make us ambassador of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us ambassador for the mission of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Small act, washing hands before food. But because whatever Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam had done, that's why some people wrote big books. Mujaddid al-Fisani rahmatullah alayh said they name their books Victories of Makkah Mukarramah. So just to make us understand that no, your book will be very highly academic, but we are chasing victories of Medina Munawwara. He said one sentence in Persian. He said, we are independent from all victories because we are chasing victories of Medina Munawwara. And he's trying to say that sunnats of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, they are our victories. They are our futuhat. Sunnat of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, they are our futuhat. So he said, no, I am so dependent onto the futuhat of Medina Munawwara that I am independent from the futuhat of Makkah. He was indicating towards his kitab. Somebody wrote book, and Mujaddid al-Fisani is trying to say that if it is not according to Sunnah, that never mind, your kitab can be highly academic, but We search everything, or we try to befit, we try to measure everything, that if it is falling in line with sunnah or not. That is what means dearer and lot to us. That is what he's trying to say. In Persian, he said one sentence that Mara Futuhati Madaniya, to us, Futuhat of Madinah Munawwara is more dearer than, with all respect, your Futuhati Makkiyah, we are independent from that because we have Futuhati Madaniya. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us keen to know every sunnah of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this chapter is about washing hands before food. And as I said, that just for describing gravy Mubarak of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Imam al-Tirmidhi rahmatullah alayhi narrated 33 ahadith sharifa, which we had completed. And now, few ahadith sharifa, they are about 3 to 4 ahadith sharifa, mentioning that what Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to do when time of food comes, what he used to do. And we remember that they captured empire, Sahaba, and Huzaifa ibn al-Yaman radiyallahu ta'ala sitting, and a grain or part of the morsel fell down, and he picked it up according to sunnah, and he was cleaning to eat. So someone said, nudged him, that you are sitting into the royal assembly now. You are sitting into the assembly of emperor, and all these emperors are watching you, and they take it very lowly, this type of action. Sometimes we do the same, that atmosphere is such, then we are not very comfortable to go ahead with the sunnah of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us such that whenever we share Quran and Hadith Sharif, we shouldn't taunt anybody. We shouldn't taunt anybody. I remember, and I always regret, we were into the old masjid, and may Allah elevate that young man to the highest rank of awliya or siddiqeen. He used to sit with me, and we used to share all concerns of deen. Very much. Very much. And he used to say that he's not comfortable in this environment, because he had come from the Islamic world of our time. And he was not comfortable. Every day he used to cry. I said and after some time I saw him. He came one day for Isha. And may Allah elevate him to the highest rank of awliya of Siddiqeen. You learn from your mistakes. And may Allah make us such that till we die, in our conversation, in our dars, in our congregational activities, or in our individual activities, we shouldn't taunt anybody. We shouldn't taunt anybody. Because that is being forbidden by Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So he came one day for Isha, and that round hat, the English type one, he was wearing that. So it was like symbolic or reflecting that now someone is extremely drawn into this type of culture. So I used to have that habit that whenever we feel like sharing something, Quran and Hadith Sharif, we stand up after first Salat. So I remember, I'm talking about 20 years ago. And sometime, from your mistake, khairul khatta'in at-tawwabun. Best mistake makers are those who always repent. And when I repent, I always make dua for him. Tomorrow he can turn out into the sight of Allah far greater than me. And who knows, in this world, that is what Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said. That person lived life of piety, righteousness, Iman, Islam, Tawheed, whole life. And just before dying, taqdeer overtakes and he dies as kafir. And person lived whole his life with shirk, hypocrisy, rebelling attitudes, disobedience, and all filth and sins and nudity and immorality and everything. And taqdeer overtakes and he dies with iman and he becomes saint into the sight of Allah. Who are you? Are we judged about anybody? We are not. We are not. So I remember I stood up after Faraj. And when they were conquering Masjid al-Aqsa into the time of Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, and condition from the priests and pastors of Masjid al-Aqsa at that time, that we will hand the keys to the Khilafat if only Amirul Mu'mineen comes. Very famous story. So that Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu was going, and while he was going on a journey at one occasion, what he did do, there was a water. So he put his horse into the water and, maybe on foot, going through the water and going through in a manner like a Bedouin, that, that walk was making a lot of noise into the water. And I think it was Abu Ubaidah ibn al-Jarrah radiyallahu ta'ala, one of the great Sahabi. He or Sa'ad ibn Abi Waqqas, one of the two. He said to Umar radiyallahu ta'ala, because those emperors are waiting to hand over the key to the Amirul Mu'mineen. And he walked in such a manner, and he must have done it purposely, intentionally, to make tarbiyat, that we shouldn't become blind followers of the civilization which has no connection with the sunnah of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. That is the tarbiyat he was making. So he walked in such a manner. So he said, don't walk like that. You're making noise, and these people, they take it, it is not, they take it lowly. They don't feel it nice. Sometimes that's what we say, that, these people, they don't like this. So we take care of them more. Yesterday, we came to know about from the different faith school that they are so keen with their deen. One of our Muslim teacher, teaches into the Jewish school. And they are so keen that anything from here, even into the textbook, if any picture from here, even teacher will not be allowed to share it with the students. That's how keen they are. Offset comes there. What I was trying to share, that we Muslims, we became so compromising with outside environment. We are not compromising with Allah. We will abandon our deen because of silly things. And we are Muslims. And I think that type of tarbiyat Umar radiyallahu ta'ala wanted to make. So Umar radiyallahu ta'ala walked like that, and he said, why did you walk like that? These people, they were watching you, and it seems that it's like a Bedouin. It's not according to our norms, our fashions. So he said Umar radiyallahu ta'ala, and that's what I had shared in that old masjid 25 years ago. That's why I always say that whatever was said right, it is from Allah and from Nabi Sallallahu, and whatever was said wrong, it is from me and from Shaitan. Allah and Nabi Sallallahu got nothing to do. They have no connection. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from wrong interpreting deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he said, لو غيرك قال هذا يبن Abu Ubaidah ibn al-Jarrah. If someone else had said it beside you, then I would have taken him to task. It's good that it came from you. It is coming from you, so I'm just letting you go. If someone else had said it, I would have taken him to task. And then he said one sentence, which is historical. And that is where, if you want to weigh yourself, this is a mirror. If you want to see yourself, that where our downfall is. Why we are suffering. He said, Kunna adallan nas. He said, we were most betrayed people onto the earth. A'azzana Allahu bil Islam. Allah honored us because of Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala honored us because of Islam. And whenever you will try to seek honor from any other source than Islam, Allah will betray you. That is what he said. That is what he said. I shared that, and that young man, I am saying, this must be 20, 25 years ago, immediately he came up to me and he said, may Allah reward you. And he gave very encouraging response. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala elevate him and his progeny to the highest rank of awliya as-siddiqeen. But this is the sentence from Umar radiallahu anhu, that we were most betrayed people. Nabi Sassam came into us, and Nabi Sassam's sunnat elevated us. And whenever we will look for an honor and dignity, leaving Nabi Sassam aside, we will be always betrayed. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya awwal al-awwalin, ya akhir al-akhirin, ya rahim al-masakin, ya dhal quwwati al-matin, ya dhal manni fala yumannu alayk, ya dhal tawl, ya dhal jalali wal ikram. La ilaha illa ant. Zahar al-laji'in, wa jar al-mustajirin, wa ma'man al-khaifin. In kunta katabtana indaka fi ummil kitabi ashqiya, famhu anna isma ash-shaqa. فامحو عنا اسم الشقاء وإن كنت كتبتنا عندك في أم الكتاب مقطرا علينا أرزاقنا فامحو تقطير رزقنا وحرمان رزقنا واكتبنا وأثبتنا عندك سعداء ووفقنا على الخير فإنك تقول في كتابك يمحو الله ما يشاء ويثبت وعنده أم الكتاب اللهم إنا نسألك فعل الخيرات وترك المنكرات وحب المساكين وأن تغفر لنا وترحمنا فإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فتوفنا غير مفتونين غير خزايا ولا ندامة ولا مفتونين اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا توفنا مسلما وألحقنا بالصالحين اللهم ثبتنا على الإيمان وأمتنا على الإيمان واهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم من النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين اللهم أحسن عاقبتنا في الأمور كلها وأجرنا من خزي الدنيا وعذاب القبر وعذاب الآخرة اللهم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا وحبيبنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمته